Sticky dicky ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong ding. Sticky dicky ding dong ding. Yeah man, this is the original Mr. General Martinez because you don't know and I fully endorse SPRB radio podcast with the 10-star general himself and Sharon Mango. You don't know the thing going on, man. Trust me. Mad things, so just link up for dubs here. To the loo, it's 10-star general stuck here.
Hey, what's up? My name is Rayvon and I fully support SPRB radio podcast. Check it.
Yes, this is Jerry Harris. I want to fully endorse the SPRB radio podcast with 10-star general and Cheryl Mango. You won't be disappointed. Check it out.
Yes, bless. It is thy turbulence to the future from the Tread Almighty camp. And I fully endorse SPRB radio podcast with 10-star general. I will talk about Sharon Mango. Check it out. Trust you won't be disappointed. I could have been one of the most notorious ladies. I'm still loving you, even though you're gone. Interesting.
Y'all greetings people, my name Captain Blaze out of Nigeria, Lagos. We fully endorsing the SPRB radio podcast with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Boom! Don't touch the dial. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Keisha Martin, fully endorsing SPRB radio podcast with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. You already know it's a whole entire vibe. And I mean say, everybody just rock and come in, cause we are jamming at the housing scheme. Bring your queen and leave your machine, cause up here good vibes on the scene. In Rocksteady, baby, Rocksteady. Right over to SPRB radio podcast with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Keisha Martin says so. Fully endorsed.
What's going on? This is Lloyd Brown giving full endorsement to Stuck in Promotion right now, Blend Radio. The station with integrity, the station with a difference. Remember me tell you, Lloyd Brown says so. Full endorsing. Stuck in Promotion right now, Blend Radio. We not stop till we drop. Saying, bless.
Greetings, my peeps. This is the original Brown Sugar, aka Shezzy. Tune in to the live conversation show with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Show.
And you're in tune to SPRB Radio, the station with integrity. Remember me tell you, Light Brown giving full endorsement to the team. See? So SPRB Radio, now make a kick into it. Let it go.
Ooh, yeah. Sharon Mango, we have some foundation members, some legends in the building. What a thing. And it's an honor to have this great harmony singing group on our show today. Various members. We have a member in Germany and we have two other members who are logged in via Jamaica. It's an honor to have you guys on the show today, the live conversation show. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Miss Mango, introduce yourself.
Well, you know what? Somebody asked me a question yesterday, why you say you're the original Sharon Mango? So because that's really my last name, right?
I saw that.
Did you see that yesterday? This is me.
I saw it.
Right, me. Listen, gentlemen, it is an honor and a pleasure to have three of you together.
Thank you, madam.
You guys are real. Listen, you're the real deal. My name is Sharon Mango.
Yeah.
Represented SPRB Radio. Yes, Star.
Yes, there's three members in the group. So, and I want to give the opportunity to all three of you to share your journey up onto the point where all three of you met and you decided to choose to form a group called KushArt. Yeah. So I want to start with a person who had the bright idea of starting a singing harmony group. Whose idea was that?
Well, it was three of us, you know.
Three of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with Joel Brown. So Joel, take us as far back as you can remember, family life, where you grew up, what life was like growing up, home life, brothers, sisters, school life. Take us up to school life points.
Well, it's a long story, but let me start. When I first knew myself as a little boy, I found myself on a bus going from Kingston to St. Catherine with a little suitcase. And I went up to my aunt's house where they take me there, as a matter of fact, So I went to school at Mount Rasta at the age of 2, and I started my singing and acting there at 2-year-old, starting back at school. So when I was 4, I used to in acting and singing. Yeah.
Right.
So I lived in 1962 when I came back to Kingston. Yeah. My father came back to Kingston, and there I grew up in Rockford. I used to go to Vauxhall School, Vauxhall Secondary. And then from there, at the school, I was called in to sing song for the school. Yeah? So I was singing and playing, acting in acting, mixed on my nice dream and singing for the school.
Right.
And there, they used to call me Golden Voice in the school. So I leave back, so I went to high school and didn't spend long in high school, went to it. So after high school, I went to play a sound system. We call it Dr. Fagan sound system, From there, the music started coming to me in terms of how I could establish myself in music,
So do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, well, I have 7 brothers. I have 6 brothers with me, 7, and 1 sister.
Are you the only musical person in your family, or is there others who are musical in your family?
Musically? Come again, please.
Do you have brothers or sisters who are musically inclined?
Oh yeah, one of my brother.
Okay. Okay. So what did you want to become when you were in school?
To tell the truth, lawyer, doctor, everything at school.
Right.
Believe me now. I used to study hard, man. Trust me, I used to study hard, but things get bad on me, and just drop off of the shelf.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Trust me, just drop off of the shelf. Boom! So I'm just, cramp. I'm all in a cramp. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the music, I didn't want to get into music, It was in me to get into music. Music get into me.
Right.
See me saying? So I was a part of it. It was a part of me. You know what I mean? So I would start writing from my youth, from early years, tender age, start writing. As a matter of fact, when I was going to school, I used to write composition, comprehension, 10 pages. Trust me. You used to do them things enough. So my writing style come from school.
Right.
So I just love to write. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I start writing songs from in the 70s, you know, early 70s I started writing songs.
Right.
Early 70s.
Okay. Now, before I hand over to Sharon to, ask questions, what part of Jamaica did you come from, or did you, grow up?
Where?
What part of Jamaica did you grow up?
Rockford.
Okay.
Rockford, yeah, man.
Now, where's Rockford? Is that Kingston side or what?
Kingston too. Going to airport here, to Harbourview area.
Okay. I'm with you now.
Mr. Revelation and Mr. Revealers and all of those big guys was there, you know?
Right. Okay. Sharon.
Yes, sir. So growing up now, did you have to go to church like everybody else? You know, Mama and Daddy see everybody you better get up praise the Lord this morning. Una can go out the street, but you better go to church.
When I was in Mount Rasta school like a junior, I used to go to the Methodist church. I used to sing on the choir.
Yes.
You know, and so when I came to Kingston, no, I didn't do that in church, but I went to church in Kingston, but I didn't sing on choirs in the Kingston area. But my father took me to a Christian Science church, you know what I mean? So, but I didn't sing there. And when my father used to sing, but on the bench, not on the stage. Yeah, so it just started there, you know, singing started there for me, you know. But trust me, it was a good thing for me, I must admit, going to the country. I was kidnapped, so to speak, or taken away to the country.
Yeah.
From my mother, you know, from the country. And trust me, I was living down in a valley, and I could hear birds singing morning and noon and night, up and down when I was in school. And I used to try to sing like the birds, man, trust me. Remember told you.
Wow. Like that, wow.
Remember tell you, man.
Wow.
Amazing. So my voice was like angels, man, trust me. There's a kind of golden voice in school. Golden voice. So even when I was in the 60s, you know, when I was in a bus and the bus I play, the bus engine I go, yeah? Me I sing a song because of the sound. And again, if the bus is playing, the radio is playing, the bus playing, I mean I sing along with the bus, the music on the radio in the bus. People look over me and say, "Wamble, you're radio," you know. So do we have song? I'm a radio because I sound good. That's what they say, you know. You sound like a radio Rasta, you know what I mean? So my singing starts from my younger age, tender age. As my mom would just say, him start out crying. Trust me, I did agree with him. They never will obey when they were interviewing him.
Right.
I said the same thing to him. Me start out crying. I used to cry a lot as a youth. I tell you, man, I used to cry when I was in the country area.
Right.
So the crying builds a voice, so make it sound like, you know what I mean? Crying make it sound good, didn't it?
But okay. So we gonna come to, I said, it's funny you should say that, but I said, I never heard it quite put like that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, indeed it does. I mean, I tell the truth, honestly.
We're gonna come to the other two handsome gentlemen just quietly sitting there, Mr. Barrington and on us still on nice and proper. So, whichever one wants to start, tell us about your growing up.
Yeah, well, my journey started in St. Anne. I'm from Discovery Bay in St. Anne.
Oh, from where my people are from. So my family, we're from St. Anne, Limehall, St. Anne, right there. So we know about it.
Okay. Well, I'm from Discovery Bay, you know.
Okay.
My singing started from primary school, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anywhere the groups or the choirs are, that's where you would find us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And as Joel was saying about the birds and the sound, the various sounds that you hear in the country, you know, that was really a motivation and gave you the you know, the vibes to sing. I migrated to Kingston for college, you know. I came to Kingston for the region. And that was where I met Barrington, you know. And we were always singing. We went to the Edna Manley College for visual and performing arts, you know. And there we also met quite a number of professional musicians and singers too. Augustus Pablo and AJ Brown and Dean Fraser. Those are our peers, you know, that we met.
Well, we're gonna come back to that. Yeah, I think you got your roller skates on, so we're gonna have to take them off your foot, them, so you can slow down a little bit.
I'm going too fast, right?
Yeah. So take him back, Sharon, please, because you know you have a juicy history. You know what I mean? So we want to extract as much as we can within that time frame. So Sharon, go ahead, please.
So growing up in Discovery Bay, Saint Anne now, you have brothers and sisters?
A lot.
All right, then you not say a word. Not say a word. Not say a word.
Yes, I'm from a very large family, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, Dad was a rude boy who had two families.
I'm good to see what I'm in a St. Anne stay so calm and know.
Yeah.
Country, that's what I call country life.
Yes, you know. But what I learned from that too is that in those days too, you didn't even know you were poor.
Yeah.
Because your father, your parents would always be providing. You don't know what they went through so you don't know that it's for you. You have your dinner every day.
Yeah.
And you have a place to sleep.
Yeah.
But two things I remember you can't miss. You cannot miss going to church.
Right.
And you cannot miss going to school.
Yes.
Yeah. There is a no. You can't say that you're not going to school and you can't say that you're not going to church. So every Sunday, you'll have to go to church. The part of it I didn't like was when after Sunday school, it's always Sunday school first, and then the big, you call it big people church. So and you have to do with your parents. At Sunday school, you are going to wait until church over at 2 o'clock sometimes.
Absolutely.
But, I enjoyed that part of my life because it gave me a training. A good training for what I have become and you know who I am today, you know.
Right.
So were you on the choir? Did you get you involved in the choir in the church as well?
Always and in school too, you know, any choir or anything that you know has to do with singing, you know you have to get involved there. Yeah.
So like Joe, wasn't, as Joe stated, he said that you know, singing wasn't his thing. I think I heard you say that you wanted to be something else. What did you aspire to be,
you know,
as a young boy?
I wanted was to be an artist.
Okay.
Because I could draw very well, you know. Even in school, if the teacher wants any diagram on the board, he would call me. Even I have to leave from my class to go to other classes to draw on the board for teachers.
Oh, wow.
That's a skill that most artists in Jamaica have, because like, you know, during his lifetime, I got to know Bunny Ruggs, and Bunny Ruggs was a very good artist himself, as well as Junior Moore from Tamlins and many others.
Aware of him. Yeah. So,
Very, very gifted.
Yeah. So yeah, I developed my heart very well, you know.
Interesting.
And I became an art teacher.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I studied fine arts and art education at Edna Manley College. And yeah, I taught for over 25 years.
Oh,
Awesome.
Yeah. So during the time we were practicing our music, where I was teaching too.
Teaching.
Right.
Wow. You see, a lot of people, this is why we do these interviews, because I would have never known that. And that's just a beautiful thing. We would have never known that. And probably a whole heap of people don't even know that, right? So this is wonderful. But I'm going to stop you right there. We want to go to our next handsome gentleman. Do you know that you two guys kind of look alike, though?
Yeah. We always take us for brother.
People ask us, is your brother? People even saying that I saw your brother yesterday or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I'm so happy I said that, because I said, is it me? But the two of them look like brother. And there's somebody now tell me no.
We are.
Okay.
Well, like they say in their song, they are the children of the Most High.
Yes. So we want to come to you now, young man. Tell us your journey.
Yeah, give thanks. Yeah, Barrington Lord. I grew up in a very remote area in Manchester.
Well, my parish. My grandmother, before she died, was from Spurtree Hill.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, outside the petrol station out there.
Give thanks for the connection, man.
Yeah, man.
So you have vote for yam and sweet potato in your blood.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So that remote era, Edgware district, it was a district that was very remote, and a lot of farm and fruit, a lot of fruit. I don't know if you know a place they call Porous, where you see people have fruits on the street side selling. They used to come into our district to get those fruits, you know. And as a child, we used to pick for them and carry the thing on our head, because no vehicle could come into the area that I was living in. You know, it was very remote. You know, if a motor vehicle drive through the area, you could stay miles and smell the exhaust because of how the place was in terms of its purity. You know, that was where I grew up until I was about 10. But that was a place that we did our exploration. Me and my brother, who our mother left for Kingston for brighter, you know, prosperous. And so we were there, and my grandfather, I can vaguely remember still, but I remember he usually come and check on us with a mouth organ, always playing a mouth organ. So every Christmas, my mother always sent down 2 mouth organ for me and my brother, you know. So that was and the radio was the next thing that we had in the house. We didn't have a lot of neighbor, because we were living on hundreds of acres of property, you know. And in the days, one exploring the woods for birds and things like that, you know. But when we were at home, we were listening to the radio mostly. And those were the days in the 60s when a lot of the great artists like the Heftones and all those people were on the radio, you know. And so I was always listening, and somehow that naturistic environment and the music, I think, connected me along with the things that I ate, which was a lot of fruits, you know, and vegetables. Yeah, and the environment was so pure. So I figured that's what inspired where I am now, you know. So at about 10, I left for Kingston. My mom came and got us from the country, and we came to Kingston to live in the Linders Road area. And from there I went to Halfway Tree Primary, and then to Tarrant Secondary. There I met Rankin Cheva, Rankin Joe, classmate.
Wow.
From Black Uhuru, Michael Rose. They were in Tarrant. One of the greatest inspirations was when Rankin Joe went to Studio One and did a song, his first song, and the principal played it on the intercom system, and all the children heard. And I realized that, wait, we can really get our recording at this point, you know? Not that we always going to the bathroom with our little son singing and thing, but seeing that Rankin Joe did that recording, it really inspired me to move on further. So a few Sunday from that, I was living on Linders Road, and you know that Studio One Boulevard, close proximity. I walked from my house and went to Studio One to meet Cox's dad. You know, I was recruiting at that time. I went on, I remember that link up Lignum Vitae tree at the front there. I think it is still there.
Lignum Vitae, yeah.
He came and met us. There. Yeah, and I had a little song that I wrote, you know. It wasn't finished, but it, you know, I was so excited. I wanted us to do something, you know, because I was inspired by the musical vibe, you know. But yeah, he told me I sang it to him, and he said I should continue writing and also go and finish that and check him at a later date. You know, so that was the story there. From there, I went to Tarrant. I was at Tarrant at that time, and I left from there because I was also a visual artist. I was performing well in visual art. So I graduated from Tarrant and went to Edna Manley College for 1 year part-time, and then I went in full-time, did a 4-year certificate course in art education. So in art education, we go through all the practical areas. So we do painting, sculpture, ceramic, everything, you know.
So describe for me visual arts, what it actually means.
Visual arts is a practical application of creativity, you know, of painting, ceramics, pottery. Yeah.
So we're talking about the totality of artwork.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's come to Joel, because Joel, now you've left high school, I would imagine. You graduated from high school, right?
Yeah.
And then you went...
I didn't spend much time in high school.
Okay. Lead me up to where you now get to Edna Manley and how you met up with the rest of the crew.
Well, Edna Manley started down by East Street, you know. I was down by East Street, down that East Street, Edna Manley. And then I went up to what was name? Tamilton Drive here. Tamilton, yeah.
Okay.
And then there was a bird, you know, named Watty, who, when I was singing there, I was singing with my songs and guitar and everything. And then Barry, I met a guy named Watty was living on my avenue and said, but I didn't know Barry and Tony was singing at the time, you know. When I met Barry, Watty, you know, what it take me to Trenchtown to meet some guys who were singing. It was several of them. It was, and Barry and Tony was there. So that's where it started with me with the KushArt.
Right.
You know?
So when you went into Edna Manley, what did you go in there to study per se? Was it visual arts also?
Visual music and art.
Music. Okay. And that's where you.
When I left there, you know. When I left there, you know, I didn't spend much time. I didn't graduate from there, you know.
Okay.
So my father couldn't afford the money to spend to continue.
Right.
So I take music for it in terms of playing a set musically. Musical music, set music, you know.
Right.
Play at parties and clubs and all those places.
So where was your head at now when you finally had to leave Edna Manley? Now, how did you guys come together before we come to the other two members? What is your recollection of how you came together?
As I said now, there's a brethren named Watty who took me to Trenchtown. Okay? To meet some guys who were singing, who were playing and rehearsing together.
Okay.
And when I went there, I met Barrington, who are already known.
So Barrington and Anthony were already rehearsing.
Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't know them. I didn't know them as a singer.
Okay.
Yeah? But then my brother took me there now to Trenchtown.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, no, that's why I met them to know that they were singing. You know?
Right.
So from there, we formed the group KushArt.
Okay. What is your recollection, and Barrington and Anthony, of how you guys came together?
As Barry said in the first part of his interview there, we both started at North Street at the Jamaica School of Art as part-time students. I was 1975. I started there as a part-time student. In 1976, now I started my full-time course there at North Street, where it was named Jamaica School of Art at that time. When it was at North Street, it was 4 different disciplines: art, music, drama, and art, music, drama, and dance.
Okay.
It was So my batch was the first set of students who went to Arthurwin Drive. That is where the new building was constructed, because that it was a small building in North Street, you know.
Right.
I think we had to do it at 2 places. So on 2 places on North Street there, Central. I was around the corner there. Because one compound could not hold everything. So they built Arthurwin Drive, you know, and all 4 schools were there because they were separated when we were at North Street. It was just the School of Art there, you know.
Right.
So so everything come under one heading. At that time, it was Prime Minister was Michael Manley at that time. He was the one who opened the school there. But being on that compound now, everything, it was like a melting pot. You know, because everything just started to fuse, all the arts fuse together there. Because I wanted was to not only do art, and I wanted was to do music at that time.
Right.
But carrying both course was very hectic, you know. So I had to I did 2 majors though. I did painting and I did art education as bad, because that was the one that led you to teach art education.
Right.
So we used to sing a lot of jamming going on up there.
Right.
There were a lot of trees on the compound, and each one of those trees you would see a set of man doing something on there, you know. So that is where my exposure really started, and that is where Barry and I now start to sing together.
Right.
And others too, you know, some of our batchmates were there. Michael Smith at that time, the poet. And Onoro was there too at that time, you know. They were practicing their craft at the same time.
A.J. Brown.
Right.
And then A.J. Brown came along after that too. If I noticed there is a thing that we post on our page here with a young man, a gentleman playing the kettle.
Yeah.
That's super sad.
Super sad.
We used to back up Mikey Smith when we went to JBC to do a program there that Mikey Smith was involved with, you know. Aside and myself and Owen Beckford too.
Right.
We played the phone there and the percussion when he was doing his point there. Them are roots. Then them are roots, you know.
Right.
We were there, you know.
We used to do a lot of jamming after class. Yeah, under the tree with drums and all kind of singing. A lot of creativity. There was a very high energy in creativity at the time. In the drama school, in the dance school, in the visual art, in the music. We had some great people. Like Third World was present at one point when they were putting their thing together at this college, and they were there for quite a while doing things, and even kept the show there at the time.
Explantation, a song that they did. I was at a program. They were being managed by Acclaim, Dr. Acclaim there, the psychiatrist at that time. So it was during those same times. So it was a lot of music and dancing and everything.
A lot of creativity.
Yeah, you know. We weren't even supposed to be at the compound at certain time of the evening, and we were there during the night.
Right through the night.
Wow.
You guys came up at a time, because there was so many things going on with if I'm correct, during that time with politics and this, but you guys, like, it's I'm trying to find the right words to say this, because it was a pinnacle time at that time, right? But because you came up at the as hard as it was and things were going on, you guys came up at the best time, because there are so many people who didn't have the opportunity to be doing what you're doing. You're in school and you're connecting. You know what I mean? You're connecting with all these people and making use of your time. That was the thing. You made use of your time by congregating in music and love. A lot of people did not have the opportunity. You guys did that.
We were focused. We were well focused. We knew what we wanted. And the badness wasn't what we wanted to. We weren't a part of the bad things.
You had
it's the way you grow up. It's the way you grow.
Swallowfield will be the battlefield. We took that literally, that it was a mental battle taking place during those times, you know. A cultural revolution.
Yeah, it's a cultural revolution, because a lot of the people who graduated from the art school right now have been doing great in terms of doing things to impact the world and its affairs and situation
in a
positive way. You know,
I mean, Edna Manley is known as the creme de la creme. Real talk. Edna Manley. Anybody who goes to Edna Manley is known as.
Edna Manley, I know. But anybody that came out to Edna Manley, it's true. But that's what I'm saying. It was a time where you young men that you all had a choice, and the choice that you chose, right, led you to where you are. Everybody, as far as I'm concerned, have a choice.
Yes, true.
Mental, you have a choice.
Yes, we were very fortunate to have been in that position, but I realized that it started from an early age, because I remember I used to take my any money that I get, I used to take it and buy art material. From as a kid, you know, and stay at the backyard outside and do some painting and studying things, going to the art store whenever I have any money. So at an early age, you're thinking that way, because you're also inspired by the motivation and the fact that people is saying you're doing well in this era, you know, have a beautiful voice, and you're doing well in terms of creating visual art. And so that helped to motivate you. And as you said, there was a pinnacle, there was a pinnacle time in that time in terms of the heights of where things were, you know, with the consciousness, you know, Black consciousness and you. So it really played a great role in that.
So even though the war was going on, we went through it on our positiveness, to make things work for us, because we stay positive. We stay positive and we make it grow, you know.
And I'm happy you said that, because I was going to come to that point there, because during the time when you guys were coming up, there was political unrest.
Exactly.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, because I remember that. I remember, and I think I was in between travels with my family as a young woman. I had people, family members. I had family members not here today because of politics. You know what I mean, in Jamaica, and I'm saying, but you guys, though, it's just a beautiful thing to see that. With all the political unrest and all the other things encompassing that, as young Black men, God bless you, right?
Well, God lead us in the right direction, man.
A beautiful thing.
God lead us in the right direction, and furthermore, as far as we are concerned, our parents grows up us in the rightful way. And we never depart from that. You see me saying? We keep on the road of righteousness and the road of truth. So we're not going on the wrong thing to make nothing happen to us.
Right.
Now, me personally, free the police, be free the courthouse. So I make sure I'm not nothing wrong.
Right. Now we're talking about an era where it's easy for you to have fallen off onto the wrong hands, right? Even more so than today. Today, I believe we got it a lot easier. However, from your point of from the time where you guys were growing up, it was easy to fall into the wrong hands and to be financially motivated by the wrong political parties.
But my take on that, it was our parental guidance during that time, because you couldn't just do anything. In those days, it was the village that grows the child, our children,
Thank you for saying that.
If you ever go on the wrong part of the road, man, somebody's going to see you, but no, Miss Gwen son that. We had a lot of people looking out for us.
You ever get a conk?
No, it did not reach here. It's just the look. It was a look. It was just a look. You don't have to reach the pumpkin part.
They just look on you and you know you done wrong, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And you know right away to straighten up. Yeah.
I hear you.
My father used to come with us, and he always makes sure that I have something to do. So the first thing to do is go buy a melodica for me.
Right.
And then he took me to a piano lesson teacher, play piano.
Right.
But we had a bakery at our house, and we used to bake a lot of pastries. So we were not poor and say they having to eat or anything like that. They were always filled with food and everything.
Right.
So make sure we have something to do.
Right.
Learn to do something.
Right.
We can't hide it. And even when the first time I went out from my father's house and to a party, I may go do something wrong and then punish me. By kneel down in the corner there, you know what I mean? Or you get some flogging. You know what I mean? So we just have to obey all those things. And I even said to my wife that I am glad how my father grew me.
Yes.
With the manners and respect.
Yeah. Manners.
And excuse me, my illustrious ones, I've never seen my father do anything wrong. Let me tell you now. Let me just say, me never see him do anything wrong yet. In my smoke, in my drink, all the man do is sit on the barrel and read him clean and Bible. In the business we are going out there. You understand me? I say, because we have a real veranda thing. So in my business we are going out there.
Yeah.
Some father go by way that when I'm in my room, I pay a book with I sleep on. Pure text, not sleep on. I give you a commercial on them.
My work ethics my work ethics really begins from an early age. I remember as a kid, maybe 8-year-old, I had to get up every morning. I don't know if you know Manchester, very cold, with a lot of dew, and short pants and barefoot. And you go to do water to look about the cow, because this man come and call me every morning, get what? Yes, and my brother said, leave the boy alone. You know, because I was so young, but somehow this was very good for me because I learned to do a lot of stuff. And then I'm telling you about farm. We had farm, a lot of fruits, and a lot of people planting farm, acres of corn, yam, potato, you know. So I was always busy doing something, you know. So the work ethics begin from them early time there, and you know, really bring us into the. While I was living in Kingston at an early age, I went after school, after like summer holiday, I'm always asking for a job. I always looking. I remember I got a work at National with my brother. And next door neighbor work on a National van selling.
I was ready to.
And I got a work to drive on the van. That was so exciting. I went down into Trenchtown those days when it was dusty before Arnett Garden. When you see children walking on the street without pants or shoes and it's dust and the belly outside, and you know, we used to deliver in that era. But I'm telling you, it was very risky. But you know, we went through and we were really, you know, full joy in the energy right up until this point in time. Yeah, man, it's a whole about history and story. Yeah.
So you grew up with a lot of love, right?
Yes.
And a lot of family care.
We spread it too.
Yeah.
We always spread the love we have, you know?
Yeah. It kind of brings me now to your album, which is, you know, you have an album called Time, and you speak a lot about love in your music. It's not hard to understand now where that love, your message of love comes from. So I want to bring you now to where KushArt is now a group. What conversations did you have when it became a group? And what was your idea that you wanted to send to the world as a group through your music?
Yeah, our music, when we started out, and it still remains the same, we wanted was just to pour love throughout the world. You know? So all our music is based on love, because there was a lot of other kind of music that was going on around us. But we were focused on love, bringing love to the people, love and preaching love. Because it's just love. Love, only love.
Right.
Yeah. And that song, as he mentioned, that song, how that one came about, love, only love. It was during the time of apartheid. And I was saying to my brethren, who will talk some more about, who is Jadi, who actually co-produced that album with. He was the one. I was saying to him that what I saw going on in South Africa and around us in terms of discrimination and what have you, I'm really not liking it and loving it, but I'm not feeling hate for anyone. I said to him, I'm not feeling hate for the people who are doing us wrong. And he said to me, love cannot hate. And love can only love. So that was the spark of that song. Yeah, love can only love. So we say love only love.
Right.
Love cannot hate. It is because of the love in me why I was unable to hate the people who are doing us wrong.
Right.
That forgiveness and that hope for a greater, you know, positivity from all of it.
Yeah, without a space to accumulate hate.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll come by it. We just spread the love. Spread it.
That gentleman that you just mentioned, he is instrumental
very much
in our musical upbringing.
Yes.
That is the humblest man that you'll ever set your eyes on, man.
Dennis Ferrand.
What
happened to is that in the early days, you know, one of the most difficult things that ever happened or was happening to artists is that they were unable to get recording done. It was the most difficult thing. I mean, no matter how good you were, and you go to the studio, I mean, you have to wait, or a man don't bother even listening to you.
Yeah.
Right.
So while we get to the studio, we visit certain studios. You know, I remember we went to Channel 1 the first time. The first studio I went into, you know, just visit and saw this Virgin, I don't remember his name, you know, but he sang some festival song.
Yeah.
It's Brown Virgin. Yeah. He was there, but we were trying to record get the opportunity to record, and it was very difficult. Jadi was the person who decided that, because you had to have money at that time to record.
Yeah.
And Jadi was the person who said, come, come. You know, Jadi is an old Studio One musician. He played on Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaac, Harris, and you name it. He played on a lot of those songs.
Yeah.
A lot of those people he played for. So
Yeah.
he was the one who said, come in. And that's how the Time album actually came about, because of his kindness, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He said, all you have to do, just buy the tape, buy on the tape, on the cassette.
And come, yeah.
And come.
Yeah.
You know? And we were there. He played, man, I tell you, man, that man is so humble, man.
Yeah.
And it's something he said to us that we always remember. Save yourself.
Save yourself.
Save
Wow.
yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
We will never forget that.
Yeah.
Stayed with you forever.
Save yourself for the right time.
Save yourself.
Miss Mango.
We have been so much, we have gone through so much things.
Yeah,
I remember
can
one
imagine.
we went to a producer there. I'm not going to call his name now. During that time, you know, it was the slackness gateway in Jamaica.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear any roots reggae. So we went to him with the album, listen the song, the man said, why the man song and I'm gonna way I know, you know. The man song and I'm gonna way I know. A lot of people took us up and then just let us go, you know, because for one thing, we saved every cent that we had. It's a Joel there. He was at Chinese travel service at that time too. And we were going to college. But every little cent that we had, we put it together. We paid some of the musicians. Jadi didn't take a cent from us. But the others who played on the album, you know, they want a little thing because that is the living, that was their living. So we paid them. Daddy didn't take a cent. Daddy said just have the money to pay the studio when we are going to record. But we did most of the recording at his studio that he had up there at Barrington.
And on the label, Food, Clothes and Shelter.
Yeah. So we were on the label Food, Clothes and Shelter.
Wow.
Wow.
Which is now Builders Music. It's on extended now, and it is called Builders Music, you know. Yeah, but that is where we were.
Right.
On the Gully side, you know, in Barrington.
Grand Spain.
Grand Spain. Okay. Right.
Yeah. That time, Larry Marshall was living near there too.
Yeah, so he's always
so he's always in the studio and he's always listening to us and giving us direction too, you know.
So where did you record your first single? Because I come to understand your first single was Years to Come, right?
Yeah, same place of Jadi.
Same place. Okay.
Yeah, same place. Same place. And it was released on the Food, Clothes and Shelter label too.
What year?
Oh my God.
in early 80s, man.
Early 80s, okay.
Yeah, man, early 80s.
Yeah. Now I read where you were recording from 74, but your releases never came until what, 76 or what?
9.
79.
Yeah, after that, we didn't release anything until I think it was 80s.
Early 80s.
Yeah. So we were just recording and rehearsing.
Sharon, there's so much to unpack.
That was our first release.
Yeah.
Sharon, come in, because
Yeah, I was saying
I
it's
don't
so
want you to
much.
call me a mic hugger, you know.
Yes, he must hug the mic and we won't get to talk, so let me talk now. So,
Yeah.
You guys coming together were always rooted in love and respect for each other.
Every time.
Right?
That
I
was
say,
it,
I say that to say, unfortunately, that kind of camaraderie is not present today in the industry.
Yes.
Right? You guys were rooted in love and respect for each other. Everybody, and like you said, you all save on a local money, right?
Yes, yes.
Staying together. That is not what is happening today.
No.
Still and all, you guys are still the same gentlemen because as Jabi said, save on yourself.
Yes.
It is so easy. It was very easy for each and every one of you to be caught up in whatever, but this gentleman who never took a cent, right? Because they say that God put people in your life for a reason. He kept you on the straight and narrow.
You
know what I mean? He kept you on the straight and narrow, mind, body, and soul. And you guys were always rooted in love and unification. Why you're able to produce the music that's out there. As you stated before, right, Tony, as you stated before, the slackness coming. We all know what was happening at that time. At that time also, it was easy for you to get into that aspect of it, but you did not.
No.
And behind the words of Jabiz, as he said, save yourself, because when you start to go on that trajectory of slackness, it tends to keep going and going. So he told you, save yourself. As men, save yourself. As you've gotten older, you see the reasoning behind all of that, right? Save yourself. It was easy to change. It's amazing how those little words that he said means so much and is so powerful. Right. It's a beautiful thing because the strongest power is hate, is actually love. And it's so easy for people to not go that way. Hate is so easy to pull in. You're fighting against your next brother because you want to come in. My man over there say want something. And you're fighting against each other, but you three gentlemen kept together. Right? It's your purpose. You lived in your purpose. You lived, walked in your purpose on this earth. And I'm not forgive you. It's a beautiful thing. So when was the first?
For over 48 years, we have never had
argument, quarrel.
Never quarrel. No, man, we're not have time for that, man. Love, only love. So where is it? Where is the quarrel in our love? There's no quarrel in our love. Love, only love. Love, only love. Love, only. You have to repeat yourself.
Only love. But
that's what it is. In our liberty. Let's hang them in right now. I'll peel up at them and I'll peel up it at you in an address. Peel up it at you. I'm not more hatred. I'm not political vibes and like those things.
We are so conscious about what we do or what we say that we take a fine-tooth comb and go through all the songs that we are doing.
Every word we fine-tooth comb. Trust me. What?
So let me ask another question. During the time you were recording in 74 and nothing got released till 79, right? And during that period, to me, it seems like you're fighting for relevance. You're trying to get your name out there. What was actually going on in the industry between 74 and 79 during the time you were recording, yet trying to get your name out there? What was happening?
Well,
what happened, as we say, we were focused in many different ways. We weren't getting anything out, but we were doing other things because, as I said, Barry and myself, we were teaching.
Barry and Tony was teaching.
Yeah, you
And
know,
I was on the music road, doing everything.
Learning and
seeing people the music alive for KushArt and sing.
Right.
Yeah? Barry and Tony was teaching. I was there with my music vibe. You know,
as Jadi said,
try to get airplays
singing
with Boot and Bob Clark and all those people, you know, to play our songs, you know, make it work, you know.
Right. So Anthony was teaching. And Anthony was teaching, right?
We were teaching.
And who was
Barry
keep?
Barry taught too. Barry taught too.
And Barry too.
Yeah. Both teaching, Barry and
both teachers.
Barrington and yeah, okay. Right.
Yeah,
We're teaching. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. What I'm trying to get at right now is what kept your enthusiasm alive. Because it's easy to lose your enthusiasm musically when nothing is going on for you.
No.
It didn't stop us. It didn't stop us.
It's the love.
Not with me. I kept it.
So let me come to Joel first.
I kept it alive. Where Barry and Tony was at school, I kept it alive.
Well, you kept it
going
alive.
day by day.
Okay.
My duty.
Okay.
To make it my duty, I have to do it. It was injecting me to do it. I have to do it. Keep it alive. I make music. I have to try to make shows, do everything I could to make it stay alive. I mean, I should put it down. It never dropped yet, probably I'm concerned. Never dropped.
He put a lot of energy into it.
Yeah.
He
everywhere in the rehearsal, down at Trenchtown, everywhere we go.
Right.
Same way.
Barrington, Barrington. Barrington.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what were you saying?
He was saying that Joel put a lot in it.
He put a lot in it.
Okay.
About his effort. Very, I tell you, a lot of energy. He kept the thing on a level.
Right.
We were concentrating on keeping family because I have a large family. And I was doing exhibition, I was teaching, and I was doing a lot of other things. So, you know, he was there to keep that part of it, the greater strength and the music level.
So basically, you're trying to stay above water. You're trying to survive during that period. Because you have to be doing something, right? Right. Because I know a lot of people who were in the music industry, you know, one bad turn after another bad turn, and things just fall apart for them. But you were blessed with having another
avenue.
Yes.
And I doubt me I try to get to without me saying it in words.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have to keep it alive, you know, because it's not something
that food that we eat, you know. As the saying, go food that we eat. So we were doing everything to in the meantime, keeping the music alive as much as we could. But as Joel said there, he was instrumental because he was on shows and he said, "Tony, we come down, we perform at school," and you know.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And it was
everywhere.
So much about money for us in that time, you know. Even though we needed money to take care of us, but it was so much money. Because our first song that the first album that we released there, we print out of our pocket 1,000 copies. And we did not sell one. 1,000 copies out of our little screams and that we put together, and we did not sell a copy.
Imagine, and we're talking about the days of the vinyl, right?
Yeah, the days of Puff Gang. We printed that Puff Gang. Yeah, and we didn't sell any. We gave them away.
Imagine.
We were promoting ourselves, you know.
Say that one more time.
So why we reached on.
I think say that one more time, what you just said.
No. Okay, yeah. I said we gave away every copy, every single copy as promotion. We were promoting ourselves. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We printed that at Tough Gum.
Right, Tough Gum. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something.
And Chris, yeah.
Go ahead, Joey.
Yes, last night, Peace Foundation.
Yeah.
In the 80s, while I was at half a tree at the piano shop, where Jaddy used to work as well. I used to sell art right there.
Yeah.
I got a message from a phone call to go to iTimes.
iTimes, you know iTimes.
Yeah,
you must know Fitzroy. You know Fitzroy Francis.
Yeah, man. Of course.
All right. I thought so.
Yes, man. So when I went to iTimes, down waterfront there.
Yeah.
I get a bungle of papers. I'm sorry, in that pack, in the envelope. So when I went up by the piano shop, I opened and saw a lot of documents in that where they want just to get some artists.
Right.
For his pure Madison centenary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 92.
And that was a work for us as KushArt.
Yeah.
We started out.
We performed on that show.
They wanted us to get some artists to put for a stage show, a big stage show at the National Stadium.
Arena.
Reggae Marley, you name all big artists them. And we couldn't get them. I couldn't get no big artists. So what I do was look for the medium time artists, so to speak, who were not boss yet, and then put them on the album. Yeah. And when I tell you, there was a lot. There was a show at Negril with Ellis Kelly. And then we moved to the National Stadium for the big show.
Right.
National Arena. It was the arena.
National Arena, right.
National Arena, okay.
Yeah.
And we have all the big artists here.
Yeah.
We had Garnet Silk, Tony Rebel, Ziggy Marley, and I think the Melody name, I'm sure Ziggy was there. And a lot of artists.
They all come for the show.
Rose. Yeah. Everybody.
But they were in person. They were there for the album.
Yeah. What was our that was our biggest show at that time.
Wow.
We opened the show. And I'm telling you, months after, people were wondering who we were, where we came from.
I wanted to ask that, how did people receive you? How did they receive you? Crazy.
Oh my God. Man, you know that when you open a big stage show like that with some no-name people, you might just fall through the crack. We did not fall through the crack.
Yeah.
We created such a buzz and such an impression that because the format of the show wasn't to advertise anybody's name, because they say it was the king's birthday, so it was just about the king, you know. And I tell you, we put on a show there.
When we finish one segment, man, everybody will come after and become good.
Yes.
Worries.
Because they were so.
Man, for months they kept asking when they see any one of us on the street, they must say, "Boy, what's the name? Boy, I want to steal the show." Rough enough. Boy, because you know we got the chance that we wanted, you know, and we said, this is our time to really put ourselves out there, you know. And boy, we did well. I'm telling you, that was what our best.
I have to say, because I've been listening to music from way back in the early 70s, from the Prince Busters to you name it, listening to Burning Spear, Gladiators, and you name it, And then as I journey through the years, I'm asking myself, why in God's name did I never hear about KushArts?
Yeah.
And it kind of bugs me right up until now. And it seems like your time is now, right now. It's like your journey hasn't even started. Do you get that sense? Do you feel that?
It started, because you remember, I think you're saying no, but remember, Johnny did say, save yourself.
Save yourself.
So when it says save yourself, it meant for this time.
Yes.
Yes,
that's the message. That was the message.
Yeah.
Going back, Sharon, because you know what I'm talking about, Sharon.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying, because that's why I said what I said. I said, when Tony did say that, when you all were saying what this man told you, save yourself, it's not till now you're understanding.
Yes.
What man was saying, like it means it resonates more now than it did back then. No matter how long, it doesn't matter how long it to come out, it doesn't even matter, because now you're a buzz, right?
Yeah.
You kept in the foundation of love and respect, because there are so many things happening now. You all are the ones you all are part of a collective to bring that love and respect back.
Definitely.
I want to emphasize what she just said, because I don't want you to take what she said lightly, because we're living in a time where mankind has lost its way in more ways than one. And they're making it criminal for you to even speak your mind or stand up for real values. And then when I hear a reggae group, and to me personally, I feel like they're trying to water down and allow reggae music, especially roots reggae, to lose its essence, because it's very, very powerful. But I see a reason for real roots rock reggae, especially message that you guys possess. In our society today, there's an ever so much needed reason for that message to exist in our lifetime today, and it's because we are losing our way, and we do know that kids are easily influenced by lyrical content, by visuals, what they see on the TV, but also music. And I don't think the essence of real strong music, especially roots music, should lose its message, which is why I'll lead you up to why when Sharon Bentley, told me about KushArts and stuff, I'm like, KushArts? Who's KushArts? So even when I said, okay, let's do, me and Sharon said, let's do that, Miss Mango and stuff. And then I'm looking out for some of your stuff, and I got sent some clippings. And one of the first clippings I saw was Love. Ooh.
Yes, give thanks.
Oh, Jesus, you don't know. It was refreshing to hear that message, to know that there's a band out there who stand up for real values. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way I believe in you guys is really, really strong. Really, really strong. And to me, it seems like your journey is only just starting.
Bigger.
That's how we see it. Wow.
So we have to eat right, sleep right. And make sure you wake up the next morning, because we're counting on you. I'm just saying, that's my piece.
That's exactly right, because again, let me say this. How is it that the Europeans, and we're talking all over the world, we're going to take Jamaica out the equation for a second, when you guys provide the music that you are doing now, again, and I'm going to put it in the context of a collective. There is a collective. There are other artists on the same trajectory as you, the same mindset, right?
Yes.
Rooted in the foundation and lyrical content as you guys. How is it that the Europeans gravitate to it? Right? Number one.
Yeah. More than Jamaicans.
Yeah, precisely. More than Jamaicans, because when they hear, it's the feeling. It is that love of music and righteousness that Europeans are feeling in our music, right?
Yes, yes.
Right? They're listening to what you're saying and practically living in that work of righteousness, right? That's the Europeans.
Yeah.
How is it that us, why them not listening? Why?
Because, yeah. And
some people listen and understand.
One of the things.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Is what you feed the people that they eat. You know?
Exactly. Because I wanted to hear it from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How is it that the Europeans gravitate to what we have, that love and righteousness, and we're so quick to toss it to the side? Because they're not, they're so, your DJs, your radio DJs, and the pay like, yeah man, give me a thing, no man, that should never be happening. It should never be happening, right? It hurts my heart to know that when somebody's coming with righteousness and you said to the DJ, listen, I have this song, play this for me now. No, wife, why, man, give me 60,000 whatever the hell they're asking you for. That should never be. You're here to change. You're here for the words to come out. Words, people do not understand that words when you're singing a song.
Very, very important.
It's a chant. It's a chant. When you are chanting the violence and why means a gunman and we can't do this and all of that. It's a chant for the next man to follow that.
Put some pride in music,
Exactly, but you continue with that love and understanding. It does trickle down, and they do not want to play that in our own country. One of the foundations of reggae music. That is a sin.
Yeah.
It's a sin.
It is a sin.
Go ahead.
When we go to Europe and other places outside of Jamaica, and see the age group. This is what
exactly
the age group.
Yes.
It keeps them that is gravitating to this music. They are all over us. And when you perform in Jamaica, you must come off a stage. Your day is done.
Imagine.
I believe that, but that's a shit. But I'm saying it's the powers that be that can change that. It's the powers that be that can make that change, because there is a change. It has to change. It cannot stay on that trajectory. It cannot. Jamaica, like I just came back. It is one of the most beautiful islands. I am blessed to know that is the foundation of my parents, my ancestors. Right. I went to graves from way back in the 60s, 50s, I went to visit those graves to pay homage to the greatness of being a part of this, right? That's me. And I'm saying Jamaica's such a beautiful island. And it's a shame to see the young people straying from what is right. They're not taking care of your island like after someplace. They're not doing the right thing. So based on what they're hearing on the radio, on who do this, who do that, bad man, bad to get me in all kind of thing, it has to change. I found that a lot of the young women out there who say they're dancehall artists, right? And they come practically string. I wouldn't say I'm surprised. I am happy to see a lot of them are taking themselves out the game because they're realizing, what am I actually promoting? What am I pushing? So there is a few, and some big names too, who's really trying to come off of that. Their eyes are beginning to open. Now I'm saying all of that to say you guys are going to be a part of that change.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I believe that 100%.
And always will be.
You guys are going to be a part of that change. It is needed.
Yeah.
There's a song that I've written with that same word. We are a part of that change, you know. We are a part of that change.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will hear it soon and then I'll identify what. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're a part of the thing to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. All depending on you and me.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
See there? In a nutshell, I just spoke about the whole song. That's real talk right there. Because you can see it in you, the enthusiasm and the love, which again, I'm a piggyback off a 10-star. That all being said, on the have to take care on self.
Give thanks.
Give thanks to the encouragement.
Yeah.
Mind, body, and spirit. Eat right.
Yeah.
Everything.
Because you have to, it is so important. Because a lot of these artists are just falling off.
Yeah.
You know, Tony, as I look at him, just reminds me of Freddie McGregor, right? He has that Freddie McGregor look, and I love Freddie McGregor.
Yes.
That man's voice is golden. And to know, thank God he's still here, but he did have the stroke now.
Yeah.
Evidently, he was not watching what he was eating and what he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happens. As men, you have to be cognizant of what is going on in here.
In your body,
You have to be cognizant of that and take care of yourselves, because me can't wait for what's on the upper bring. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I am so excited because, you know, society teaches us, and just like the Jamaicans, some of them Jamaicans, like, come off, your time is up. Who told you that? Right? You don't, whoever said that don't even know if they're going to wake up the next morning, but you have done, you fix your mouth. You fix your mouth to come off at this stage. Oh, you know, so you're going to wake up tomorrow. Right? How do they know that? No, there is no time. It is limitless. Whatever God has put you here to do, it is happening now.
Yes.
There is no time limit. Nobody has a time limit. Not one of us. We do not control that time. We do not control that. Right? Every time these young people coming up with stuff that why me go and get so one big tune hit. But you know what? While you're planning, God is laughing because you're not in control. None of us. Not one of us is in control. And that again being said, you guys, your time is now. It is time to hear what's on the officer. And there is a reason, and there's always a reasoning behind it. That beautiful old man who told you save yourself was this.
Man, we give thanks to him and hope that he lives to the many more years, you know.
Listen, that man knew what. Sometimes you have some God bless people, you know. Some God bless people around you. You guys, to me, have definitely had that surrounding, which is why God is protecting.
Exactly.
And that's you mentioned that strongly.
You had such amazing people around you, which when you sit back and think of the words, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding they imparted to you, it now makes sense.
And Gabby, our manager, must tell you that she's such a super. She's such a super lady. She has done so much. I mean, I don't know if anyone else could have done better. I don't know. I don't see anyone else could have done what she has done so far and what she did to this point in time, so that people could see that there's some group in Jamaica named KushArt to this extent. I mean, we're doing our promotion, you know, but as you say, you didn't even know of us. But she did so much to make it such, you know,
the level in which
she has to
took us, you know.
She has to take us.
In a short time.
Never stop, day and night, right to the night. Trust me. day
And I
and
love
night.
Well,
Never
big
stop.
respect to Gabrielle Brown. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big respect.
Yeah, it
Tell me about, performing in, because I know you performed at some of the big
just read
festivals
yourself.
in Europe, and
Yes.
tell me what that was like for you guys and the response you got.
Okay. When we
Response
in
was great,
2017,
man. Great
yeah,
response.
yeah.
Because
We started out in 2017 in Germany there, and Belgium and in Spain.
Yeah, went to Spain.
German, Belgium, and Spain.
Yeah.
And boy, man, what I
the
saw,
rockers so concerned.
I was so surprised.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, after not seeing that kind of response from people, and as I said, the age group, that was so amazing. We went to Brazil, the same thing. The same thing. They even had a museum there for reggae music in Brazil. Can you imagine that? A museum where some of our old instruments are in the museum there. I don't think we have anything anywhere out there, maybe just down by downtown there.
Yeah.
They have a few things down there. But I'm saying, to see something like that in a foreign country about us, our music, that was amazing.
Yeah. I heard that there's a lot of ska band all over the world, but there's none in Jamaica. You know, and it feels good to know that it is there, because what we want to spread the thing. We want the world to be motivated and be inspired by the Jamaican energy, because we want to make the world a good place. I don't know if it is better or good, but I want to keep it in good. We want people to see good in themselves, and we want the goodness there.
We went on tour with the Rockers Show concept, which we had a co-founder, of it.
Yeah.
And also we went to Brazil, Bagnal, Spain, you name it.
Yeah.
We went there.
Yeah.
France, we went to France with it too.
And in 2017, when we went to Europe for the first time, we went with the Heptones and the Silvertone. Kush and Joel and Tony was a part of the Silvertone.
Yeah.
So we performed as KushArt and also Silvertone at the time. Because I was
that was
2017.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we had a stint with the Silvertone too. We did 2 albums too. We did 2 albums while we were there, Joel and myself.
So how comes I can only get time? Your time online.
Tony?
Huh?
How comes?
Tony? Everybody stuck?
How come? No, you said you were saying?
Can you hear me?
No, I'm hearing you now. Just repeat what you said.
Okay.
Joel, wait, now let him hear.
No, I'm asking that online there's an album called Time, and I'm asking why that's the only album I can find with you guys online.
Okay.
Yeah.
The others they have not been released.
Reggae album on Universal is not already released,
Yeah.
Soon come. But the Reggae soon come.
Yeah. Okay.
It happened.
Universal will come after,
It happened that way because we weren't totally musically, we were active, but active in the sense that that wasn't our only source of disseminating energy.
Yeah.
We were doing energetic thing otherwise, creating art, doing exhibitions, and doing, as we said, Gabby came along and create that exposure, that big exposure that create people to see us, so that there comes a demand now to hear what we have. And so with that demand, we're hoping that ones we know that one someone will soon hear some super vibes. You will have to hear it to make that decision, but I'm telling you, it's super as coming from the human mouth, not the horse's mouth, you know, correct? But you know, but yeah, we really have some beautiful song coming, man. I'm telling you, super music in them, super music, some great harmonies and lead singing and lyrics. Oh my, oh me, oh my.
Trust me, man. Trust me.
I can imagine.
It brings tears to my eye every time you listen to them. It brings tears to my eye.
Very pleased. And we have
So let me ask you guys. Go ahead. I'm sorry, you can finish. So no, I just want. Yeah, no, I was asking. So, where is it that you get your music from? Like, where is the music coming from? Do you write the songs first? Like, write the lyrics first, and then.
Let me tell you. I am the man who writes. I am the man who is writing. Me. As a matter of fact, if you say anything, you can make a song from it. Just anything with a sentence, you can make a song from it. If you play a note, just a note, you can get a song from it. Yeah. Melody from that note also.
Yeah.
Anything, trust me. Believe me.
Sometimes it's the rhythm first, and then sometimes it's just the lyrics.
So when I'm writing,
it comes
while I'm writing, I have the melody in my mind. Same time, I'm a guitar player.
Right.
Okay, that's right. You play guitar. Yes, you play. Okay.
So may I say to you, say no. Okay. You're talking vice. Okay. We can go to. Okay. Just a sentence.
Yeah.
You can put the story, bigger story on the sentence. You see what I'm saying? And that's all me do my thing. Always have a melody in that.
What happened is that myself and Joel spent a lot of time together during that time with the all-time album. And so if you notice on the album, you notice that we co-write a lot of the song. And Joel can play the guitar. And whenever he has that guitar, we make a good combination in lyrics. We really mesh and we have a vibes with lyrics when it comes to that. Apart from that, we do, like for example, a song that called Never Give Up, one that called Years to Come. Those are songs that Jaddy, the same person we're talking about, he's an instrumentalist. He's great instrumentalist.
Every year the rhythm I would have seen
so those rhythm came from him. Like and you know, never give up.
I tell you what, because the on the internet here there's a slight gap of a few seconds between you guys in Jamaica and Germany. So here's what I want to put you guys in Jamaica on the spot, and you Joel in Germany on the spot. And
go ahead.
I want you to sing the same song, right? But I want Anthony and Barrington first and foremost to just give me a few bars of Love Only Love. Or Love. That tune there, Love.
Yeah.
Love on love.
Yeah. Give me a few bars.
All right.
We have the powers of the
No, but Joel, you can't jump in, Joel, because the time.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
We have seen the powers of the Most High shining through, trotting through this generation. We have seen His glory. So no opposition can change our decision. No way, 'cause we have learned love only love. We have learned love only love. we have learned. Love, only love, love. We have learned. Love, only love.
Joel, come in. I love your solo, Joel, but yeah, I want you to just give me a few bars, lead style.
Joel,
We have seen the powers of the Most High shining through. No yarding through this generation. We have seen His glory. So no opposition can change that decision. No, no way. 'Cause we have learned love, love, love. We have learned love, love. We have learned love, only love, love. Want you to know we have learned love, only love.
Push us to the globe, man. Listen, since I've heard about
you have to know, you have to know what love is, you know. You have to know what love is.
Right.
You have to know what love is, too.
Tell us what
love
love
is.
is.
The flower. Love is the trees. Love is the bird. You know what I mean? Woo. Love is the honey. Love is the bee. Love is you. Love is me. Yeah, man. That's what we learn. I mean.
Yes.
That is what we learn.
Yeah.
That love, only love, love.
Yeah.
That's the message I am pushing to the world, and I'm using KushArt to do that. You know what I mean? Because you see, that message of love is missing in our music.
Indeed.
You know, it's either bad
Put
mind,
some prayer in the music. You know?
Yeah, man. We need that message back in there. And we need that. You know, I look at you guys as, you know, it's like I see my ancestors through you.
Yes, give thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
It's like them not going nowhere. They're living through you. I was saying the other day, you know, and it's such a shame that I never ever got to meet Tabby in his lifetime. But you guys reminded me of the Diamonds. Woo.
Yes.
Our favorite group.
Our favorite group. One of our favorite group.
One of our favorite. When I was going to school,
Yeah,
I remember I had a tape recorder and one cassette, and that was his album from the Mighty Diamonds when I was going to high school. Yeah. And I played over and over again. Over and over. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen, Sharon, it's a shame that we're coming to the end of the show. You know, I personally want to say to you, anytime you want to use our platform to get your message out there, we're here for you.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, man.
Big time.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Before we round up, Sharon, I'm going to let you do your thing and say what you want to say and, you know, take over from here, girl.
Well, I've said a lot, and I'm sure you guys heard what I was saying because I see things in such a different light. My mind is very open and I see things for what it is. It truly has been, I always see the spiritual side of things, right?
Yes, yes.
And maybe because of the things I went through in my own life, which has opened my eyes and my heart, I can literally see what you guys are here to do, right?
Yeah.
And I can talk about it because it's going to happen. Anything me tell you today, what?
Yeah, man.
Today, yes, anything I told you today, believe me when I tell you, God talks to me. I'm here to deliver your message.
I believe you. I believe you. 100%.
Message received.
Message received.
Yes, message received. Because when I tell you, I want you guys to be seriously, I want you to seriously take care of yourselves.
Will do.
Yes.
Take care of yourselves and continue your works.
Thank you.
It has been such an honor.
Yeah.
To be able to speak to all three of you. Yes, we did have a little internet problem, but it's all right. The devil did busy this morning, but we are here.
It worked out, yes.
Real talk. The devil did busy.
Yeah.
Right?
They can't stop us now.
Right?
Our living is so free.
That's right.
They can't stop us now.
Right.
Living by the Almighty, yes. They can't stop us now. Our liberty is so divine. They can't stop us now. You know why? Jah is on our mind.
That's right.
Jah help themselves. And to harvest good works bring forth wealth. Now a good master needs a good servant. So we let go from the shadow and hold on to the substance so they can stop us now.
We definitely want to thank Sharon Bentley for opening our eyes and spreading the awareness.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Bentley.
So,
what a care for you,
Sharon, you love mango. Sharon,
yes,
love Sharon Bentley.
Yeah.
You love mango?
Me, Mrs. Mango, yes. I can't say me love all of them. Well, you know, I like the Holy Mango, the East Indian, you know, I was just there real quick. I was just there and went to go visit took my mom, who hadn't been home in 17 years, right? She said, I'm not going home because this and that. I said, you're going. And then a brother parked, we went and we were parked the van, walking, and I just looked at this tree before I got to my aunt's house. I said, oh my God, look at these mangoes. And this girl came out, she said, you like mango? I said, yes, that's my man. I tell you, she said, hold on a minute. She brought out a basket and loaded it up. I said, my God, yes, we can get that. I said, yes, me love mango.
Heaven.
I join in that. I'm a mango lover, you know?
Yes.
And this is our season.
Yes, it is. Like I said, I just came back, so I was the right time. Yes. But you guys, thank you so much. I don't know if anybody wants to ask one question. Sharon, I'm not asking you to ask no question because you know them. Anybody else want to say something?
Sharon says something.
No, joking. Sharon,
you can believe it. My hands was already up.
We just want to thank you for having us and to say to our fans who are listening up live, we love you and we will continue to love you, and we know that you love us.
Yeah, we have great things coming for you.
Yeah,
great
man.
Things.
I will continue to share the love.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. We'll to it.
Share the love and spread the love.
Spread the love.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Sharon B. What do you have to say about that?
Sharon B.
Oh, you know, these guys are my brothers, you know. So every year we see each other, you know. So for me to ask a question, I have too much. You know, so as you said, Sharon, don't even bother to start.
Yeah, don't start Sharon, because we're not left here today.
When I start, I'm going back to the silver tones with Anthony and Joel.
Right.
So there you go, you know, and you know, let them say something on that part. How Studio One come in there, you know. So come in, Joel and Anthony.
Well, I want to tell you still, Bentley.
Yeah.
When Tony and I went to the silver tone, it was like a gold spoon for them, for us, and for them as well. We did our farewell and we just leave it there because it's not too much, as you say, nothing to talk about right now. It's I will have to close this off because
okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm going
No problem. No problem.
No worries.
Yeah, we just want to keep it on a level because we were at the gold spoon for the silver tone. So
And we respect your decision as well.
But you know what's
Definitely.
you know what's really funny in that? I always read between the lines because when I read that bio and I said, and we said our bye-byes or farewells, but if you said in there, this did that around there. So I never said nothing about it. I had a feeling.
Yeah. Likewise.
When we made our farewells, there wasn't a lot of elaborate.
You're a spiritual one, you know.
Likewise. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Serious thing.
Let's come to Miss Beverly Notes. Miss Beverly Notes, where I say?
Oh, no, trick me like that. Greetings. I'm so glad to meet you all. I'm saying I'm meeting you because I was here doing the other harmony to when I was singing. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I love you. I love you all though. Initially, I knew Anthony Feurtado. Do I say it right? Feurtado. And yes, I knew you both with Keith Coley and the Silver Tones. I used to follow you on the Instagram. Okay, then I didn't see no more of that. And then came Joel Brown with yourselves. That was a different entity because it was some sweet vocals. And we're going to use the word visual arts again, because I got to see what you was all doing, as well as hear you all singing vocally together as a trio. And I love that. I grow with trio groups, from the Diamonds to the Tamlins to even Carlton and the Shoes. Yes. So when I heard you three, I loved it. Yes,
I came in first before Anthony because I was with the other one name, huh?
You know that we were there, you know, both of us, yeah. And then
Tony came after.
Okay. All right, but I knew Anthony. I think he's the person I used to see more. At first. On the net, but don't for a while. Then the three of you, I started to see you as a trio, the three of you, and I was loving what I heard and loving what I saw where the arts were concerned.
Thank you.
But you guys stay together, please. Don't split up on all them things there, because
no, we're not into that. We're a married trio.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, you all come from different parts of Jamaica that, foundationally. St. Anne's, that's one other foundation.
Manchester.
Yes, Manchester. I've got family there. Did you know Hampton Road in Porus?
Manchester?
Yeah,
no,
Porus.
Not familiar with it.
Okay.
I left when I was a kid and, being traveling the road very often, but I do pass those places.
All right. Okay. But anyway, this is a beautiful show. You really did something for my day. Did you know that?
All right. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm already filled up with what you filled me up with,
All right.
I was saying about St. Anne's Bay, yes. Which one of you said you was from there again?
I am Tony. Anthony is from Discovery.
Yes, he's from our part of the country. So
that is everybody. Justin Hines, I used to go to his house from Mommy Bay in the mornings, and speak with him. And there's so much people, so much history in St. Anne's Bay. I used to go up to 9 miles as well.
A lot. Yeah, man. Some of the greats are from there. Marcus, Bob, and the list goes on,
And now we have the great Anthony from St. Anne's as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Love it. That's my world, my whole world.
How can people follow KushArt? Where do they have to go on social media? Do they just type in KushArt and they find you, or what?
Yeah, type in KushArt.
KushArt music, right?
KushArt music.
On Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is it on Facebook? Is it the same thing?
KushArt.
KushArt.
Yeah.
Okay.
KushArt. Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay. And we want to big up the manager.
In one word. One word, yeah? KushArt in one word.
KushArt, yes.
Yeah. KushArt music. Yes,
We
we
also
do
want
want
to
to the manager.
Sharon, big up the manager.
Yes, we want to big up Miss Gabrielle.
Thank you very much.
Come, Gabrielle, let them see you.
Wait a minute. Gabrielle.
Yeah. Manager here.
Come.
Well, Gabrielle, do you know what you have? Gabrielle, do you know what you have here? Do you know what you have here, my friend?
Oh, yes, I know.
She know, man.
Three humble, lovely Rastafarian.
Listen.
Really, really nice and lovely people.
And that's what it is.
Yes, everything I does, I know for what I does it. Because the three deserve it.
Yes.
Definitely.
Amen.
We do.
True
we
word.
Believe in them. Very good, a kiss.
Gabrielle, thank you for your contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, my illustrious ones. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave you with a song. And like I say, our platform is your platform. And anytime you know, you have something to say, we're only too happy to have you back. All right?
Please come back. We expect you to come back.
So I'm going to play my tune. I put my name on this tune, yeah. Nobody can love this tune more than 10 Star. Nobody. All right. This is the tune that I love so much. Before I do that, I'm going to do this.
The Live Conversation Show.
I'll hear it. Put it up.
Hold on. You hear that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So they say that was a false start, and in comes the original start. All right. Here we go. Singles.
We have seen the power of the Most High shine, trotting through this generation. We have seen His Lord. Position can change the decision.
Listen, John.
We have learned
love, only love. We have learned love, only love. Woo!
We have learned love, only love.
Love, only love. One more verse.
Love is the flower.
Love is the trees.
Love is the bird. We'll dance. Love is the honey. Love is the bee.
Woo!
Love is you.
Love is
me. We have learned.
love, only
I'll tell you.
Well, that's all, folks. That's my line. Step aside, babe. Let us star do this. That's fun.
Can I go home now? I'm Scott General from Stockade Promotions, and I'm out of here.
If you enjoy the content we provide on this YouTube channel, then why not help us by subscribing to SPRB Radio Podcast? Thank you in advance.